Today is Tuesday, March 12th, 2024. Just making a short little video about some of the changes in the garden. Planted another windmill palm, a dwarf maple palm, and a Mexican tree yucca back in the corner. And we've got a Cenizo. Kevin cleaned out the canna bed, looks great. And these tangerine beauty glands are like wowza. This one I'm hoping to grow up and over the arbor into the courtyard. Texas mountain laurel's doing great. Planted a cast iron plant, variegated one. Here's the statue my mom gave me. Ta-da! There's another windmill palm. And another windmill palm over here. So all these windmill palms are cold hardy down to between 5 and 10 degrees. So hopefully they will survive. There's a fairly large one right here. They will eventually get like about 20 feet tall supposedly, but that takes many, many years. Alright, so lots of things are blooming. The evergreen wisteria is starting to bloom out. I'm gonna go over here. Planted another Yucca rostrata. Love that plant. And this is a Mediterranean palm. And a smoke bush. So pretty, the purple flowers. And we got our Arizona cypresses and Rhodey cedars in the back. So those will make some tall accents. Another mountain laurel. Went crazy on mountain laurels, but they're one of the few things that survives everything. Okay. We'll just kind of get an overview of the garden this way. Of course, the sago palms always freeze every year, and I have to cut off the fronds and wait for them to grow back. So I am not planting any more sago palms. There's another tangerine beauty crossvine. It's just doing great. Over here, bought an abelia. I'm going to plant that somewhere. Bought these blue ice Arizona cypress. Love the color. Bought some bougainvilleas. Those are pretty much annuals here, but all summer long they bloom like crazy. Don't need any water, so that's my kind of plant. Got some more yuccas and even a cactus in there. I'm going to plant another bougainvillea in this tall pot. And let's head over to the Mediterranean area. So I changed this area up a little bit. This used to be our totally tropical area, but you know, tropicals just, some do well, but not a whole lot. They just need too much water and they always freeze. So I'm going with succulents, a lot of agaves, cold hardy agaves, which I think kind of look actually kind of tropical to me. Maybe I'm just trying to convince myself. Anyways, this is going to be the bed where they live. I'm going to make it, build it up, make it real sandy and granite so it has good drainage. Kevin did an amazing job just cleaning up all the leaves, the enormous amount of leaf litter that comes off these deciduous trees. Well, this one right here is like a semi-evergreen. It's the Monterey oak, and it's huge. It's doing great, but every year, just like the live oaks, it just drops all of its leaves, like millions of them. So they just have to be cleaned up. So I've got to get better at maintenance. I'm real good at creativity and layout design and putting plants in the ground, but the maintenance not so much. Goals to work on, right? My Taublus rose is blooming, doing great. Loves the cooler color. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it's gotta have fun, right? Here's Saint Fiacre, shooting saint of the garden, so he's watching over everything. Got my pineapple guava tree there. I'm hoping and praying it does well. It's kind of struggling a little bit, I don't know why, so probably last summer's endless heat. I'm going to a Berkman's Dwarf Golden Arborvitae right there. Give some different texture and shape to this area. The morning glory is coming back nice and strong, always does every year. It's kind of a love-hate relationship with this thing. It sends out runners everywhere. I'm having to constantly pull them. Beautiful. When it climbs up the gazebo, it graces us every morning with brilliant blue flowers that fade to purple by the end of the day and drop off. A couple more Taylor junipers. These are a little bit more loose than the other ones because they don't get as much sun. So, but since we've lost our giant fig tree, this area has really opened up, and also lost an Anaqua native tree. It just up and died. So, nature, right? My scarlet buckeye is in full bloom. Love this tree, it's so pretty. Hoping it does okay here in the full open sun, because it's really more of an understory tree. But it does defoliate in the heat, and it's just a natural self-preservation process. But every spring is when it shines. So, planted another mountain laurel back here between the loquat tree and the juniper. This is one of my favorite junipers. It's the Juniperus virginiana Brody. But I've been doing a lot of what I call fail-safe planting. And that's where I plant something that I really want, which is the Brody juniper, to grow up nice and big in this area. But if for whatever reason it doesn't make it because of drought, too much water, not enough water, too much sun, not enough sun, disease, yada yada, then I have my mountain laurel to fall back on. And then the loquat could possibly fail as well because it's so susceptible to prolonged freezes. But I wanted one here, and it's doing well. Actually did fine during the last couple of nights of 15 that we had back in February. And it kind of mimics this one over here. Kind of nice in a semi-formal garden to have two of things, because it's gives symmetry. Whereas as opposed to Japanese gardens, it's all about asymmetry. Got my little girl from the movie and book Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Got another Abelia there in the ground. I just love the color of them. The crepe myrtles are starting to bloom out. This one's called Miss Frances. It's put out by Southern Living Plants. And it gets a beautiful reddish color. 15 to 20 feet high. 10 to 15 feet wide. Hardy down to 0. And I planted another one over here. This one's called Miss Sandra, and it gets purple flowers. And this is kind of looking through the screen back to the front porch. We are going to be having somebody come and professionally clean the pool, just because with the weather and stuff, it's just been so difficult to get the chemicals right. So it's a little green right now. Anyways, looking forward to hosting the Rainbow Garden Club party in April. Still lots of work to do. And there you have it. Hope everyone has a great day.